Hello from San Antonio, this is Siren Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. How does he or she see you? This reading is timeless, and for this reading, there are 4 different choices. I'll be shuffling all of the cards on camera. This will be pile 1. This will be pile 2. Pile 3. And Cuatro, pile 4. Think of your person of interest and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. A sacerdotisa, the high priestess. Tres de espadas, 3 of swords. Rey de espadas, king of swords. So just from these first 3 cards, I can tell that they see you as someone who is not frivolous or superficial. You're a deep thinker, and you have no trouble whatsoever with establishing your boundaries and cutting toxic people out of your life. You are protective of your boundaries. Above average intelligence. Shuffle Harder, one of my many decks available at MakePlayingCards.com. Dos de espadas, 2 of swords. Quince, el diablo, the devil. 19, el sol, the sun. You have a very strong personality. There's nothing vague or soft or submissive about you. Regardless of your gender, you have a lot of masculine energy. You could have an air and fire dominant natal chart. In Western astrology, the fire and air are masculine, earth and water are feminine. You're not submissive, you're dominant. You have high ideals. You're not going to settle for some bullshit, vague, on again, off again relationship. You will not abide ambivalence. If someone's going to be in your life, they're going to be in your life, and they better show up with respect. That's what I'm getting. You are not going to enable an addict. So alcoholics, drug addicts, porn addicts, video game addicts, food addicts need not apply. You are a hard ass. You're healthy. You're sane, and you expect your partner to be healthy and sane. The Tower, La Torre, you don't put up with any drama. 9 of Cups, you know exactly what you want. You're idealistic. The Chariot, El Carro, you're very motivated and ambitious. goal-oriented. You probably have a successful career. You could work for yourself. You could be an entrepreneur. You could have multiple streams of income. But you aren't guided by money or materialism. You're guided by your high ideals. You could be a writer, but if you are a writer, you're a successful writer. You're very good at expressing your truth, getting your point across. You could have a platform, you could have a podcast, you could have a YouTube channel. You're very good at expressing yourself and your truth. And last, we have 2 basic bitch bicycle decks combined for synchronicity purposes. Synchronous purposes. Joker amplifies the cards around it. 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. You are a romantic, but you're not silly about it. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Someone has to really get close to you to see how romantic you are. When you're in a relationship, you're all in, heart and soul. You don't half-ass it. This is not the energy of a weak person. This is not the energy of a codependent person. I'm seeing fierce independence. You're very guarded. You're not going to just show anyone who shows up in your life how passionate you are. You're very selective. You're very discerning. You have high expectations for your partner. You're very strategic. You're very smart. It could be that when you were younger, because I do get the sense from pile 1 that you're not a teenager, you're not in your early 20s. I feel like you've lived a lot of life. You have a lot of wisdom and experience. Maybe when you were younger, you were involved in a really chaotic, toxic relationship and it ended badly and you said, I'm not going to go through that ever again. So you have this wisdom from experience. Maybe you were involved with an addict, someone who was abusive, someone who had sociopathic or narcissistic tendencies, and you're not going to deal with that shit ever again. A possible astral combo for those who chose pile 1. This is one possibility of many, but you could have Sun in Gemini, Cancer rising, Moon in Aries. But I am seeing a lot of masculine energy, a lot of air and fire. And that's what I have for pile 1. I'm not doing the dice or the Scrabble tiles today. So that's what I have. I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Check out my numerous playlists, my zodiac readings, and my Patreon for in-depth tarot tutorials and astrology videos. Muchas gracias. And if you chose the amethyst, the second crystal, here's your reading. Seis de Espadas, 6 of Swords. Nueve de Bastos, 9 of Wands. Rey de Espadas, King of Swords. Shuffle Harder, one of my mini decks available at makeplaincards.com. Rey de Bastos, King of Wands. Soto de Copas, Page of Cups. Diez de Espadas, 10 of Swords. Cat Black's Golden Tarot. Seven of Cups, Siete de Copas, Ace of Swords, As de Espadas, Judgment. This is tricky. You probably show dramatically different sides of yourself to different people. Four of Swords, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. Okay, there is mostly masculine energy. So when I'm talking about masculine or feminine energy, those are astrological terms. In Western astrology, fire and air are masculine, earth and water are feminine. So all we have for feminine energy for pile 2 is Seven of Cups, which I associate with Neptune and Pisces, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so you could have an all masculine astro combo. One example of many. You could have Sun in Libra, Sagittarius rising, Moon in Aquarius. Okay. You come across as someone who is very confident, passionate, strong opinions, strong beliefs. You are clear with boundaries. You do take care of yourself. You have good self-esteem. But you could be one of those, and this is very common, where when you fall in love, the common sense goes out the window. You may have a tendency to put your partners on pedestals and look at someone through the rose-colored glasses. You may allow a lot more from a partner than you would allow from friends or relatives. You could make excuses for your partner. So I feel like this person, your person of interest, sees you as someone who has a heart of gold. You're very kind, you're very compassionate, but you have this strong front. Most people see you as someone who is very strong, stable, secure in yourself, very opinionated. You have no trouble expressing your opinions, your beliefs. But when it comes to love, you're just a puddle of goo. You're just very soft and submissive. You may have a high-profile career. You could be an attorney, you could be a cardiologist, a neurosurgeon, an astrophysicist. But when it comes to love and romance, you're still 5 years old. You can be very naive with stars in your eyes. You could be a single parent. If you are a single parent of a young child, I see that you don't receive much support. So you have to be really strong and really fierce for the sake of your child. But when you let your guard down with your person of interest, you're very soft and submissive. So in a BDSM relationship, you would definitely be the sub, not the dom. That's what I'm getting for pile 2. So to sum it up, they see you as a badass with a heart of gold. Just doing the cards today, not doing the dice or the tiles. So that's what I have for pile 2. I hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Check out my numerous playlists and my zodiac readings, and my Patreon for in-depth tarot tutorials and astrology videos. Muchas gracias. And if you chose crystal number 3, here is your reading. El Ermitaño, the Hermit. Tres de Espadas, 3 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Ocho de Copas, 8 of Cups. As de Espadas, Ace of Swords. Caballo de Copas, Knight of Cups. The Lovers, Justice, 10 of Swords. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, they see you as someone who pretends like you don't need to be in a relationship. You pretend like you're done with love. You pretend like you don't have a heart. You're heartless. No one can touch you. No one can hurt you. You've got a wall 10 feet high around you. You can have sex and just enjoy it and not catch feelings, but you're pretending. That's how they see you. That's how they perceive you. They see you as someone who's pretending to be cold, to not have feelings, to not get emotionally attached. You're pretending that you're okay with being alone. The truth is, you crave true love. You crave a spiritual connection, not status quo, but a relationship that is deeply felt. You want someone that you can be super close to, someone that you can spend most of your time with. You could have a really busy 7th house. You could have a lot of planets in your 7th house, the house of Libra, the house of partnership and marriage. You could have your Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, all in the 7th house. Or you could have a lot of Libra and Cancer in your natal chart. One possible astral combo for those who chose pile 3, you could have Sun in Libra, Cancer rising, Moon in Cancer. That's a lot of cardinal energy. I feel like they see you as someone who has really been to hell and back when it comes to romantic sexual love. They may see you as someone who is recovering from a really tumultuous relationship. Maybe you're going through a really difficult divorce and they see you struggling. They could feel like you're giving off mixed messages. You're saying, I'm fine with being alone. I'm okay with casual sex. But then you can be very clingy and very codependent. So it's mixed. They could see you as someone who's really complicated. someone who has a lot of baggage from a previous relationship or relationships. And going deeper with this pile than with the previous two, I would say that for a lot of you, not everyone, because it's not a personal reading, I'm just interpreting the cards for a vast unseen collective. For a lot of you, your person of interest could have mixed feelings about getting involved with you because they're scared if they get too close, you are going to cling and you're going to want something really serious and intense, and they aren't ready for that. That's the energy that's coming through very loud and clear for pile 3, is that, to me, this is recent. You either recently ended a very tumultuous, toxic relationship, or you're going through that now. You're trying to process a very dramatic ending. You could be going through a divorce. And so you're really vulnerable right now. And you are romantic. You love being in love. You love being in relationships. But you may be saying, I can have sex and not catch feelings, no problem. I can do casual sex. It's not that big of a deal. But the truth is, you do catch feelings, and you catch feelings fast. It's very unlikely that you can do casual sex and really enjoy it for any length of time. You can't do friends with benefits for any length of time. You want to be in a serious, intense, romantic relationship. You want to be with someone you're crazy in love with, who's crazy in love with you. If it's less than that, if it's casual, if it's just sex, you're going to feel rejected. You're going to feel like, why waste your time? Why bother? That's what I'm getting. There could be an age gap between you and your person of interest. You could be a few years older. And this is going beyond the topic of the reading. How do they see you? I feel like if you chose pile 3, if this resonates at all, if this is your story, I would say this person does not want to get too close to you. They could be going through a divorce or something similar as well, and they don't want a rebound relationship. But they're scared that if they were to get too involved with you, you would want more from them than they can give you at this time. That's what I'm seeing. So that's what I have for pile 3. I'm not doing the dice or the letters today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you got something out of this. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell notifications. Check out my numerous playlists, my zodiac readings, and my Patreon for in-depth tarot tutorials and astrology videos. Muchas gracias. And if you chose the 4th crystal, here is your reading. King of Coins, 8 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Shuffle Harder, one of my mini decks available at makesplayingcards.com. So de Espadas, Page of Swords, Cinco de Espadas, 5 of Swords, Ocho de Copas, 8 of Cups again. Dos de Oros, 2 of Pentacles, Dos de Copas, 2 of Cups, El Mundo, the world. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Four of Cups. They see you as the one that got away. They regret not trying harder. I'm seeing regret here. I'm seeing a relationship that could have been amazing, but for whatever reason, this person fucked things up. So this is going beyond the topic. How do they see you? I'm getting a lot of regret for pile 4. It could be that since they fucked up, they've been looking at your social media and they see your value, they see your worth, they know that they could have been in an amazing relationship with you, and they made a mistake. Maybe they chose someone else over you. I feel like this person got the sense, they got the feeling that if they were to get involved with you, it was going to be a full-on balls-to-the-wall relationship. Perhaps they weren't ready for that. It was bad timing. But basically, they see you as someone that they could potentially be in a very deep, intense relationship with. Maybe they kept you at arm's length because they did sense the potential and they didn't want to go there. They were in the mind frame. They wanted to just keep their options open and have casual sex, whatever. But they see you basically as the ideal wife or husband. They see you as someone who's very financially independent. You're very smart. You're stable. You're mature. You're wise. You don't make an ass of yourself on social media. You have dignity. You have class. They see you as someone who doesn't have to be in a relationship. They see you as someone who does not settle. You're very independent. You're balanced. You're sane. You don't scatter your energy. You're careful who you allow into your inner circle. You're not foolish. You're not going to just trust and open up to anyone. You're very selective. A possible astral combo for those who chose pile 4, you could have Sun in Taurus, Leo rising, Moon in Aquarius. It's one possibility of many. They see you as someone who would kick their ass at chess. They see you as someone who's going to protect what belongs to you. You're going to protect your time, your energy, your resources. You're not going to scatter your energy. You're not someone who does casual sex, friends with benefits. You're a relationship person. And they see you as the one that got away. They could feel like you're a soulmate, possibly a twin flame. I just keep going back to that. They feel this regret. They feel like they fucked things up. They missed their chance with you is what I'm getting for pile 4. So, that's what I saw. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that helps. That does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.